Are you serious? Really?
We're doing this
Never
again.
believe this.
Your time,
Never
finally.
believe this.
We're doing this again.
Oh my god. Oh,
It's fucking Monday once again.
Monday. Look at this.
Oh,
Look at this.
That's the sauna, I believe, right?
Yep. Oh,
thank you. Thank you.
You guys have no idea what we have on top today. Unintended.
Whoa! You know what you should do?
Not this.
I'm just Lazlo.
I'm just Paul.
Welcome to our podcast. We're just starting off raw today because
Raw
we
dog.
got beer. We got Matt Lucker, right? Luker.
Yeah.
Really?
Just illiterate.
You motherfucker.
Your first podcast.
Yeah.
Your first episode.
First time.
Very first one. Very first beer.
First since he crossed the border.
And Carlos from Burgerwolf, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
And Matt from Transplants, which I've been saying for a few years now. The best venue in, if not just California, in the United States.
It's the up and comer. I've heard all about it. It is all over social media.
It's
you poured one for the guests? Or for Chris? Oh.
Oh,
guys.
That's for the
That was
guests.
yours, yeah.
He's just going to bump the camera his skinny ass way through there.
Look at that. Like, you knock it over. You
okay.
skinny little motherfucker.
All right, guys, we've got the the most up and coming venue on the planet right now, Transplants Brewery. Some of the coolest guys we've met in a long time.
In beautiful Palmdale,
Oh my God,
California.
Cheers.
So I got to start it off by Palmdale. Is that where you're from?
Nope.
Where are you originally from?
Originally from Chicago suburbs. So basically as close as Palmdale is to LA, always kind of lived in the suburbs.
Nice.
Elgin.
Ooh. Family from Sawyerville.
Cool. And my wife's from there too. So, but we've been out here for 20 years now. We moved out in 2004. So this is.
And to Palmdale, that's where you moved?
No, we originally lived in like Canyon Country, Silmar, so just down the other end of the 14.
Right.
But when we went to open our brewery, it was easier to kind of go north than to fight LA at the time. So that's where we ended up. Then we moved up there for that.
2016?
Yeah, we've lived up there since 2015. So.
And it just started off as a brewery and then became a venue?
Yeah, we've always wanted to do music there as well.
Mm-hmm.
But we never wanted to just have like some guy playing like covers by the tanks, It's just never what we wanted to do. And then if we ever started there, that's what the idea that would be locked into people's heads. So we always wanted to have a proper stage and sure.
Lean into it, baby.
We always wanted to have a stage and do bands and do like original live music. We just about had everything going when COVID hit. So then, obviously the world fell apart and then we got things going as soon as we could coming out of it.
And you guys swung for the fences because you guys started getting a lot of like bigger acts in your venue at that time, right?
It took us, over 6 months to really kind of get going. There was a few like early ones. I think I don't know, like month 2 or something. I think we had Alan Johannes play there.
Oh yeah, the weekend
from like 11 and Queens of the Stone Age. So that was like.
Love that stuff. So that was pretty huge to have him play the High Desert or the EV. So yeah, especially so early on because at least at that time I was more booking kind of like contracted instead of because I'm there full time now. But just early on, seeing all the stuff they were getting and how fast things were moving was pretty cool. But there's definitely a lot of challenges though, for sure, to get like where we're at right now. So yeah.
So as a business, like with between a venue and a brewery and a place to be, like what was that like? How did you kind of define those roles?
Well, I guess at first when we got the second space, it takes some money and time and energy to get a venue going. So at first it was just like parties and doing trivia in there and things like that. But once we actually got things going, I guess having 2 separate spaces has been something that's really key that I don't think a lot of places doing similar things to us, have the advantage of. Because honestly, sometimes usually one side's doing better than the other. Some
Right.
nights the tap room will be hotter because people just wanna come out and drink. Sometimes the venue's got a really good show, and that, like, carries the night. And sometimes they both hit, and then we're all
Yeah.
really, really happy. But, there's
Yeah.
enough stuff going on in any given week that I don't know, I'd say people come roll the dice on something that's even coming through just because we do it so often, and they know they can count on us to have something
Yeah.
fun going on.
Yeah, a lot of times people just kind of show up randomly, and then they'll just show up, and then they'll see the show going on. Let's check it out. Like, and then most times that's how we get a lot of people in the venue too, as well. Just walk ups, and I feel like it's kind of that's the culture we've essentially established there because we have like events there, whether it's live music, like trivia, adult bingo, burlesque.
Oh, bingo.
I was
Yeah.
just gonna say the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, like adult bingo, stuff like that. Like I know we have like a. Do we announce the public show?
Yep, do it.
I don't
What
I
was
think
the
so.
first passion? Was it brewing, tap room, or was it a venue?
honestly, I was in a band
I was gonna ask you
ages ago, so,
what band was it?
well,
Tango, really?
it's been quite a while. The last band I was in was called Zookeeper's Palace.
Hmm.
Before that, there was another band that I filled a spot in that I really liked as well, called the 100 Foot Snowman. But it's ever since we've had the brewery, the creative outlet is running the shows. I don't have time to really make music because we do things every day, so all my energy is poured into that. But I don't know, coming from that, definitely help. At least we get where musicians and bands are coming from. Uh, Back when I was doing that, my wife has always been the most supportive person and has always been the band girlfriend that would sell the merch and film the sets and be there all the time, every time, and be helping out with stuff. So now running a venue, there's no hard sell to be like, oh yeah, we got to get under the microphone, and like cables are super expensive, and we constantly need to get the next piece of gear that's going to make our setup better. It's never like, well, I thought we had everything. There's how it is as a musician.
Yeah.
There's no finish line with that. You're going to keep on getting stuff to make your setup better.
One of the reasons that the first time I played there, I mean, John Milner was the guy that introduced us, and he emailed me and he was just like, "Dude, you have to check out this place." And then he put me in contact with you, within a few weeks for playing there. But when I showed up, it was just like, wow, like this is a musician's dream. You go to your club, you get on your stage, and you're taken care of, sound wise, and just the experience that you have, and then what you do for the bands too, with the recordings and video, and just it's just one of the best clubs that I've ever performed at. And I've been doing, music for well over, almost 40 years now. And it's just like, wow, you treat bands like they would treat us in Europe, you know? And that's something that it's just, I commend you for. Like, you do it right.
Really appreciate it. Also, I mean, big shout out just to our whole team. Like, we've got a big team of people that make stuff happen, and especially on the venue side of things, like Joseph and Isaac run the shows,
Mhm.
and they're incredible. They're musicians as well and get what it's like to
Mhm.
be on that side of things. So they're trying to help deliver an experience that they'd want to have.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Big shout out to Isaac Joseph. Also, their band Implicit, incredible band. They're recording on they're working on a recording right now. And, I've seen demos.
Awesome. Who's producing that? Where are they at? Do you have a website for them?
Their Instagram is implicit.fm, and then they're actually recording with Alex Estrada
Awesome.
on Pillman Ranch. So
Perfect.
he's a good friend of ours too. Big shout out to him as well. So
A big
really
part of
looking
the
forward to
show
that.
is guys shout out everything you can.
Yeah.
.com, .at, whatever. Like, give it out. One of the big parts of the show is we want to support everybody
Right.
coming
Still my
up.
first podcast.
It's your second. It's your second.
wow,
Jesus.
this is the only one.
And also thanks for the compliments too as well. But we're booked that day, so we can't. Sorry, man.
So who's the brewmaster at Transplants?
Actually, Anthony Baladeras.
Yes.
He's amazing. it kind of ties to what we were just talking about. When we first got the second space that's now the venue,
Mhm.
Rosie, our manager, hired Anthony to like help us clean up because there's
Right.
just a lot of space to clean. And I don't know, we really clicked right away from the first week. He's just like, well, she told me to do it this way, but I figured out a different way, and I thought it's better. I hope that's okay. I also got these other 10 things done. So we really clicked. He was going to school and actually got his criminal justice degree.
Right.
And it just circumstances at our place kind of ended up where we needed help in the back of the house. He learned how to brew beer from the ground up from working at our place. Our place started with me and my wife brewing in the garage, and we did a lot of stuff for a while. But now with the venue, Anthony pretty much runs everything, and he does a better job than I ever did. He just really, really cares about it and just puts his heart and soul into it. Like tomorrow we're brewing, so I'll show up in the morning and help him get it going because it's just, it's a lot of work to like start on a brew day. But after we get going, he's pretty much got it. And my wife, Sarah, she's always been the one that's the secret behind all of our crazy flavors. She always kind of figures out how to make things have a fun spin on it and how to actually execute that. She's got really good instincts. So
Yeah.
she works with Anthony on that and makes sure that things are coming out the way we want and, innovating new ideas.
What was
Yeah.
the first beer you did?
I'm sorry.
Hold his head down.
What was the first beer that you brewed? You remember what it was?
I think it was Palmdale Poppies. I think it was Palmdale Poppies.
Which was, I guess, a pale style or
It was just a blonde ale that we had poppy leaves in.
Oh,
so
heroin beer.
Yeah.
That was your bathtub beer right there?
Well, I mean, that was our first like Transplants beer. I think that was the first one.
That's the question we actually asked each other. Where does the name come from?
Transplants.
Oh, my wife came up with that, but it just we're originally from Chicago suburbs. Our other business partner Jim is from New York. Our artist is from Missouri. So just LA ends up being a melting pot of people from different places.
Mm-hmm.
We want to embrace that.
I know.
You know what?
You're fired.
Your paycheck's on the line.
You guys don't have a budget for an extra mic, I guess, or times are rough, or
Didn't know we didn't have another mic, but
Yeah.
I need another drink.
So back up a little bit. When did you start brewing? Period. Like when was your first actual brew? What was the impetus to actually brew beer?
The first time we ever brewed was the summer of 2012, and I guess I'll give the credit to our neighbor at the time in Silmar, Charles Mumford, really inspired us to get going with brewing.
Does he have sons?
He does not. He has a really great band that I believe is coming out with new music this year called Final Gravity. I think we're gonna hopefully have them playing before the end of the year.
Sweet.
But having a friend that could kind of show us stuff and get us going. Craft beer was kind of a up and coming thing at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Now after COVID, things are different. Everyone's
Brewmaster.
Yeah.
How many do you have? Different
Beers?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Ooh,
I have no
Really?
idea.
You already lost count?
Yeah, we have no idea.
Do you have your favorite?
Yeah, I mean, my favorite right now is one of the ones I brought tonight
Mm-hmm.
called Palmdale.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a 6% IPA.
Oh, that's this one right here.
Uh,
Yeah.
So, having something that's lower alcohol, we definitely brew lower alcohol beers now than we did in the past, both because we have the venue, because people can't handle a bunch of 12% beers while they're trying to see three or four beers.
yeah.
Thanks for the conversation about starting a shuttle service So transplants in LA.
Yeah.
It's like, go ahead, fucking get after it.
You know,
But
let's
it's- get on the
just buy a
purple
bus and just take people from
Yeah,
some
dude.
brewery here and just
Where's your
Right,
house?
yeah.
transplant them.
8 blocks away.
Yeah.
So what brought you actually into brewing?
For me, actually, I mentioned before how supportive my wife is. I mean, it was honestly an activity that we found that we could do together, where a lot of people that I know, was often, there's the stereotypes, the guys into brewing, and the girls kind of like, oh, you go do your thing in the garage. But Sarah's always been a great cook, so she really liked that aspect of it.
Mhm.
Uh, so just I don't know, finding a project we could work on together was fun, and it just went really, really far, really fast. I mean, from having brewed the first time in summer of 2012, we somehow had a lease on our current place in fall of 2014, which is just insane. I don't know how or why that really happened, and
Wow.
somehow we made it work.
So how did you two meet?
We met at it was like, yeah, right after when COVID was kind of ending. So Matt had reached out to me via Instagram, asking, "Hey, would you be interested in booking over here?" And at the time, I was like, "There's no way a real venue would want to look like a venue would want me to book for that." I was just like, "Yeah, all right, cool." So I was like, "Yeah, let's meet up." And so we met up. I was anticipating us just hanging out maybe for half an hour, and I was there for maybe about 4 hours. I remember I left. I was a little buzzed, and I was like, "This is cool, man!" Like, I really like that. I remember I met with you and Sarah, and I believe Brandon was there for a little bit of the time.
Was that transplants? No?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But I had more or less been a regular there. I drank beer a lot there. That I felt like that's probably out of all the breweries, I felt like in that area, like I was like probably like the most I felt like safe as that. And it was just like as far as working on
I'm probably been in that fucking city.
Is there another brewery in Palmdale?
Yeah, we
There
have,
used to be one right down the street from here, wasn't there?
Yeah. Anyway,
I want you to finish the story though, like the whole meeting and the whole thing.
yeah, so we met, had beers, and we
Interrupter.
talked about music and stuff, about booking shows and how things are going to work out. And I think about I want to say 2 months later after that, like July, I booked my first show over there, and it was a hit. And then I've been there pretty much ever since. Like I would book a show a month.
Who was it? First
The first show was with Witch and Alley's Blueberry, and then I can't remember the other undercard. But it was a great show. It was like an indie show. A lot of kids showed up.
Right.
I remember I brought out beach balls for the crowd, like kids to like bounce those around. It was fun. The stage definitely and the sound wasn't like where it's at now. Like it's been like a huge upgrade as far as like the sound and lights over there we have. But yeah, after that, I was booking maybe like once a month or so over there, and then just recently, this last October, I basically uh, made like the jump just to go in there full time, which is just via text. I just asked Matt, like, "Hey, how would you feel about me working there full time?" And he's like, "Hey, I was just talking to my wife about it this morning. Let's sit down and talk about it." And
$8 an hour is awesome.
yeah, dude, yeah, I just that in a unlimited beer, so I'm
Man, when do I get a job?
yeah, exactly.
So do me a favor, run me through the stage. What do you guys put on the stage? And when you bring a band in, what are you guys offering? If you're booking a show,
Mhm.
what do the bands want? Like, what are you going to tell the bands? Like, we got X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, usually it's just the main spiels like, "Hey, I book over at Transplants Brewing, all ages venue. We have I always make sure to put a point we have a separate venue space because like how Matt mentioned before, a lot of people when they come to Transplants, they expect they're going to be playing right in front of like the tanks or stuff like that. That's just more of an afterthought. So I definitely always make sure to specify that it's a separate space. And then we have our files and stuff we can show them like what things look like.
Let me
As
see,
far as
like,
the stage
equipment
goes.
wise, like, what's the PA look like, the board, that kind of stuff. And you guys record live, right?
Yeah, we record like the live audio and video. I know we have a Midas board. I'm not like too specific on the tech spot.
You don't have to.
Matt is definitely the guy for that, but I would say it's a full sound. Like
It is.
rivals like most LA venues, and we have a lot of nice amenities there too as well.
I like how everything they mix on stage. They have the tablet.
Yeah,
You
we have a few tablets for light and then also sound too as well,
Mhm.
so they can have that dialed in. So since the boys are they're recording up or they're mixing upstairs, they can go downstairs to kind of get a
I
better.
was there when it was side stage.
Yeah, I remember that too.
OG.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got in when I did because
I know,
you know
right?
every interview I do with different bands, and he always says, "Oh, what's your favorite venue?" Transplants,
Yeah.
like hands down here in America. It's
That's a bold statement,
it
man.
is,
You're
dude.
You're driving
I've
the show.
played thousands and thousands of stages,
You're driving the show.
and dude, that stage is the best, dude. It makes me feel at home.
Nice.
And for you to have a home stage of like, that's my stage,
Yeah.
like usually, you play a dive bar in front of, the pool table, like,
Or on the pool table occasionally.
yeah, well, that's where the drum kit's set up. Oh, that's the riser. But I just, and then the artwork, very European, like everything's kind of, paintings and everything. And that's BL Singleton, I love that guy. I've met him the first night, and dude, and he brands all your beers as well, right?
Yes, although now he's
What did I tell you?
Oh,
What did I tell you?
The guillotine is real.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy
Can't afford a mic.
Let it
Oh,
go.
no.
Let it go.
Let it go. This just no.
It's fine.
we're hanging on.
Yeah.
Don't
Hopes and dreams, baby.
Oh,
Hopes and dreams.
yeah.
But Brandon's been working on a lot of other things like gallery exhibitions and mural projects.
Mhm.
So he's been spreading his wings. And the day to day lately has been led by our artist Goldie.
Mhm.
It's happening.
Throw
Absolutely.
it. Throw it. Throw it across the room.
Lighter.
Get rid of it.
You want to stick down?
It's
I think
there.
it's a natural
I
happening.
think it's right there.
Nature.
Yeah.
It knows what it should do.
That's right. First step is always rough, so I get it.
This is our like 20th.
20-second show here, and but it's our first one in this room.
20
This is our
seconds.
first one in this room.
And this is the shape the podcast is in. That's wild.
Dude, we are working on it.
Yeah. I pray to whatever higher power you guys believe in that you guys will make it to the 25th.
Oh, we will. We will.
I need another beer.
Yeah, right.
The next one's gonna kill me. I'm praying that. So, business owner to business owner,
Oh,
pandemic. Did you just like lose your mind, or did you just go fuck it? This is happening.
It was just really frustrating the whole time. I mean, we have a big team, so pretty much everyone was laid off, and we just had the bare minimum because all we could do was to go. But we were treated differently than restaurants the whole time.
Yeah.
We're not required to have a health department permit if you have a microbrewery.
Hmm.
They somehow held that privilege against us during COVID, and we actually sued the county and got them to change things 3 different times.
Nice.
Nice.
Our friend Dan and Kale helped us with that.
It took me almost 9 months to get the PPP loan to just like keep my guys here. Like,
Oh, okay,
like literally, like I'm like my guys. We finished the last little bit of work. And we're fabricators, just to keep my guys like busy. And I every single bit of that money went back to everybody else. I didn't take any of it. I paid a month's worth of rent and paid like basically labor for a month. I'm like, that's all I got. I did get forgiven, but it took 9 months to get there. And so it was really, really tough. And I mean, you probably understand. I went up like a $500,000 in debt over that whole thing. As a business owner, did you look at that and go, should I just give up?
It's really a passion for us to do what we do. So, and we have a lot of people that depend on us. I mean, we got a big team that this is what they do for a living. So I have a responsibility to people. I mean, there's no real giving up. We got to make it work as a team. And I think everyone really took that seriously and just wanted to figure out a way to get through it.
Yeah, you guys are kind of lucky. You're selling alcohol. People did need that. It's like, yeah, that toilet paper or beer. Beer. Yeah. They could always use the water hose, right? But
I mean, you blasted through and you did it and you believed in yourself. Like there's a lot of commitment to that. Like I shouldn't have had, but I did. I was like, all right, we're gonna pull through. You guys did the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, we made it. It was, I don't know, just we could have handled it so much better, right? Like there's just things that I feel like us and everyone else had to deal with that if it didn't need to be the way that it was. It didn't need to be as awful as it was, or the hand that we were dealt.
Mhm. What's all the
I
whispering?
don't know.
He was telling me I was cute,
Oh yeah.
and like maybe later.
But, those beers are hitting pretty hard. I take it.
Right. All right, so let's just do a little punk rock thing, gentlemen. Punk rock bands. What got you into this? How did that happen?
Ooh, my first punk rock band was definitely
Definitely.
Let's see what,
Motley Crue.
Motley Crue. No, I would
Come on.
I guess this early for me definitely was No Effects and Rancid were like the big like main things. I remember distinctly like the last day of 6th grade, one of these kids was showing me his CDs like, oh, you see this is No Effects CD. It's like, what the fuck is that? It's freaking bizarre. So I remember my sister took me. My sister actually used to work at Warehouse. If you know, you know, type of thing. So, yeah,
From there.
yeah. So she used to let me buy CDs and stuff for stupid cheap. So definitely stealing, but whatever. So anyway, I got a ton of CDs off that, and like No Effects is Punk and Drublic was like one of the first like punk records. I
That
listened
dude.
to,
Linoleum, that's what got you.
yeah, hell yeah, man. And then like Rancid and Out Come the Wolves is like definitely one of my favorite.
Oh,
Like,
dude.
yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
That was not the beer, that was the band.
Ugh.
But then
Taste
from then,
this, taste
yeah,
this.
but then for them, like, you know, it's just kind of just springboarded to like a whole bunch of different types of stuff. So it's kind of like obviously like the standards like Misfits, stuff like that.
So you got launched into it. Like, it's like, wow.
Yeah, and then there's just so many like subgenres that are going on. And then thankfully I came up in the era where like, you know, online, like Napster, all that stuff was the thing. So it was like pretty easy to find like different types of music like from around the globe for the most part. Like
Fuck you, Metallica.
right, yeah. So like I was able to find out about stuff like the Refused,
Yeah,
wow.
just random things like that. Like Botch, that type of stuff like that to like hardcore, like, you know.
Crust punk, man. The old crust punk shit.
Yeah.
What's your
Like
favorite band right now?
my favorite band hands down is they're called Nothing. They're a shoegaze band from Philly.
All right, new
Really-
band, everybody. Never
Yeah,
heard of
really, really incredible shoegaze band. He used to be in this other hardcore band called Horror Show.
What a horror show.
Yeah, so you have definitely to check out Nothing. They have like incredible discography. They came out with the last record during the pandemic, and it came out like such a perfect time. So yeah,
Fuck yeah.
definitely one of my favorite bands for sure, hands down. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, it's hard to really pick a
Your
favorite
first.
band,
Your
but
first.
Your first,
your first
band.
punk
What
record.
got you
Give it
into
to
it?
you.
And we let's for you, let's go like just no genre. Like what was the first band that got you like, ooh,
Rock and roll.
yeah, like this, ooh, I like
I'd say an early band for me when I was a kid, probably big one was Alice in Chains.
oh yeah.
wow.
All right.
But I know that's, you know,
No,
There's no. That's one of the things that we stand on is like what got you here is what got you here. Like
Yeah.
there's no judgment here.
I for me, I love Alice in Chains because the harmonies. You know, I'm very big on harmonies, and you know, I dig their sound, and I like a lot of those Seattle bands, though. You know, like
Yeah.
you know, Pearl Jam. I was a huge fan of theirs, and Screaming Trees, and
Rock
you
and roll
know,
again. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Bruce Springsteen and the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
Beach Boys and
I was gonna say
Springsteen.
that's
man.
not Seattle, but
No,
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
yeah.
like, or listening to harmonies and listening to music and seeing what's going on. Like
Mhm.
those are the bands that kind of got me into it. And then like my first record I ever bought was Out of Step by Minor Threat. So there's no judgment on like, hey, these are the bands that kind of got me down my road.
one of the things that you know kind of got us where we are was that he has a very punk rock, you know, closed mindedness of okay, this I like punk rock up to this point, and for me, because of where I came from and the opportunities I was given for the bands that I've been in, is that you know I love a lot of the new bands. You know, like everybody hates Blink 182. Not that I'm a fan of the band, but I'm a fan that they brought a lot of old school punk bands into the new school era. You know, they always championed for those bands that got them into the scene, you know, and got their sound, you know, and I
yeah.
you know,
That's a conversation that he and I have had is like, if you found Guttermouth, you're going to find something else. If you found Blink 182, you're going
totally.
to find something
Yeah,
more. So whether it's Pink Floyd or fucking Bruce Springsteen or Aretha Franklin, it doesn't matter. Once you find rock and roll and you get into it and you really dig into it, you're going to find a way to some really fucking awesome shit. and you can like it or not like it. It doesn't matter.
Right.
It's not my point or his point to put you into like our opinion.
Yeah. And
So
it,
speak your thing. Tell me what you got.
yeah, totally. And a lot of the bands, like, they kind of bridge the gap for other bands too and stuff. And then, like, a lot of that, they're kind of a little bit more open minded as far as who they take out on tour.
Mhm.
It's like, yeah, like Liquid A2, they took out like a lot of like bands I would never thought they would have, like, Alkaline Trio, stuff like that. So,
And
all
look
that
what
was
happened
cool.
there.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah. So, yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Matt, what's your favorite band right now, or of all time?
I don't know how to have really a favorite band because there's just so many good things, and I just feel
I
so
like that.
immersed in good music right now.
Uh-huh.
I can tell you a couple of really good ones I'm looking forward to coming up. A couple of particular really good ones for me. There's a band called
What a resin you're telling me about.
Foreclosure. Oh yeah.
Or-
Horseburner.
oh, Horse Burner.
So
Yeah.
the new-
Oh, I
Horse
think I've
Burner?
heard this recently. I thought they were really good.
Yeah, it's like sludge prog. So it's really interesting stuff, and they're opening up a show with Black Tusk in August.
Yes.
So that one should be really fun. And there's also this like heavy psych band from Chicago called Resin.
Hmm.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Smoked a lot of that.
I've seen the resin on a playlist from something Color Haze.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. Like, I do actually like that fucking like kind of sludge rock. Like, it's fucking cool as shit.
Yeah.
I thought it was very cool when Stoner played, and you called. Hey man, do you want to open up? And I was like, Wormwood, really? An acoustic duo?
Yeah.
You want? And we showed up, and I didn't even call Nick. And I know him. He's a dear friend of mine, and we showed up, and hey, Nick, we're opening up for you guys tonight.
Awesome. Yeah.
And he didn't even know I was in that band.
Call me.
Jesus
Christ.
Oh, that's right. You know him too, huh?
Yeah, we're supposed to have a conversation. Anyways.
Yeah.
Well, I
Nice
thought that
plug.
was very cool of you, and then the high note stuff. I've lived in Germany a couple times. I know who Heino is, and then Milner, John Milner, huge Heino fan. I don't know why, but he was like, "Oh, dude, they're playing here," and then you called me a few weeks later, and we got that opening spot. That was fucking cool.
Something I know that means a lot to both me and Carlos is if someone gets what the show is or is a fan,
Mhm.
that goes a long way. Like if you're opening up for someone that you actually give a shit about, you're gonna want your friends to come and see it. It's more than just a regular gig. It's like I'm playing with someone I'm a fan of. This is cool. Come out and see this one.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We try to do that as much as we can. I want people to be on shows that they're really into.
Yeah, I think that separates us a lot, especially from like other promoters and venues, because like I do get that feedback a lot from bands. It's like, yeah, thank you so much for putting on with this band. Like we love them, or when we book bands like openers, and they're just like, yeah, we love this guys. Like we've always wanted to play with them. We always get that type of feedback, and that we're always doing I guess try to keep like the show format like on genre, like on brand for what they're doing for fans of type of deal. So we're not just throwing like just whatever the first like 4 bands that respond to like whatever,
Yeah.
and just like whatever we can get. So that's what's nice about it.
How many times have we both gotten the message? You got any open slots?
Yeah,
I never know how to answer that. It's like, no, I don't have just random open slots. I put whatever genre
Yeah.
band on. It's like,
This ain't no glory hole.
Minimum song. So what I'm hearing is like there's a passion and investment. Like if you're looking at a band that's invested in the bands, they want to like, I want to be on stage.
Yeah.
I mean, that means a lot. That means a lot to the audience too. By the way, like
Yeah, and I think since like it's like reflected a lot, especially like how Matt treats bands, how we treat bands, the staff, as far as like the stage, like the green room we have, like we definitely try to roll out the red carpet. And I know Matt's like perspective from being a musician and just going to venue and knowing sometimes venues aren't obviously not all venues are the same where like they're treating you like, right, like we're the professionalism like as a
The
musician and stuff
second
like that.
time that I played at Transplants, and I, obviously I'd already played there. And when we walked in, you were there to meet us, and me and Sarah were chatting. And one of the questions that you asked me was like, "All right, cool." At the end of the night, you were like, "So, what can we do to make the experience better for the bands? Not me, but for the bands, like because we already had that,
Yeah.
thing. We were like, you know." I've since day one I've admired you, and just to be in your venue, and then for you to ask me like, dude, what could we do? And I was like, oh, just a green room, and you know, I love the fact that your vision is always about what makes it better for your experience as a band to come into my venue and for you to want to come back. Like the dinner, like you guys don't have a set kitchen, but every night you have a food truck, and that food truck, I don't know if it's for everybody, but I've been able to just walk up and they're, oh yeah, you're in the band. Oh, here, what do you want? And they feed us. You don't get that, and then you pay us. You make us feel like we went up there and we worked, and we got everything that a band should. And that's one of the things that I tell all my friends. Like a couple nights ago, you guys had the Grim, and the Indignants.
Hey, Bob.
And Joey, the guitar player for the Grim, as soon as he left your event, all night he was just like, dude, are you showing up? No, dude, it's way up there. I don't drive. I drink. Choose not to drive.
Have you guys thought about a dirigible?
What? A
Like a-
didgeridoo?
A dirigible, like a blimp ride?
Helicopters, what?
Mustache rides.
Hey! We're the only two that can do that.
Gizz is gushing because he does that. If you could book the ultimate gig right now at your venue, who would it be?
Taylor Swift.
Fuck yeah. Who would it be?
Well, thank you for showing up tonight.
I easily know my holy grail, and
Get it.
I've met him, and I think it'll hopefully work out. But I would love to book Chris Goss, Masters of Reality.
Ooh.
They just released their first new song in like 15 years. He's, the producer of Caius, Queens of the Stone Age.
Mhm.
He's got an amazing musical career himself. He's been doing Europe, hasn't done anything in the States in a long time, but we'll make it
You'll
happen.
feel at home in your fucking stage and in your venue. I'm telling you.
Mine
Holy
definitely. My more favorite band's nothing, so I'm just gonna switch it up and say Full of Hell. Incredible, like death dark metal or dark metal band. I would love to have them play there. They're just fucking unhinged. I love it. Yeah, that'd be mine. Yeah.
Gizz, if you owned a stage, what would it be?
My ultimate band.
Ultimate booking. Who would you book?
Shut the fuck up.
Donnie, you're out of your element, Donnie. It can't be you.
A few years
He was gonna say his.
a few years ago, Foo Fighters
Oh,
had a show in Montreal, Canada, and Dave Grohl got one of his favorite bands to get back together, which is my favorite band, Doughboys. So if I could have Doughboys
Done.
be on a stage that I could see them play again, then yeah, it would have to be Doughboys.
I would only book the Replacements.
Ooh.
Rock and Roll Church.
Who's could do?
Oof.
Butthole Surfers.
Mm-mm. Nope. Replacements.
Well, I guess we were talking about active bands, though, right? Because if we were
Well,
talking
Replacements
about,
have been played. They did
oh,
play.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I actually went to the show at the Palladium, and I was humbled.
Oh, really?
Oh my God, those guys ripped.
I love the Palladium. That's a great venue.
Did Paul Westerberg?
I saw the Doughboys on the Palladium stage.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna try what you're trying. Is that yours? That's your brand right there?
The Palmdale.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are probably not going to end this podcast sober.
What was it called?
So we're going to be looking for a lift
The
ride for our guests
DeLorean, what was it?
and a tow truck for their car.
You got to start going to the Star Wars themed drinks.
Oh, well, I get left out. Nobody loves me. I'm just too short for these. Oh wait, no, I'm not. Gizz is here.
Yeah, Carlos actually has his own beer.
Oh yeah, that's right. This beer you are drinking is called the Away Team.
Ooh,
Yeah, so this was made for my 8-year anniversary. I just approached
Sober.
Matt and we said, "Hey, would you be down to do a collab beer?" He's like, "Sure. What ideas do you have?" And I already thought about it. I was like, "Well, I would love to do a Belgian Golden Strong Ale or a hazy IPA." That's like, let's do the Belgian Golden Strong Ale.
so you brew as well? You
No,
do?
I do not. No, I just pitched them the idea, then like the design, and I'm not. Yeah, I'm too pretty to brew like Anthony and stuff.
I think Carlos is moving in with me
I
now.
got soft hands too, so
That was originally in celebration
tell.
of his
8-year
anniversary, as a promoter.
right.
Honestly, it just everyone liked it, and I think a Belgian Golden Strong is a weird beer to be a regular.
Right. I didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's-
Initially,
you're right.
we never really talked about it, but initially I thought, all right, that's gonna be a cool like one-off beer type of thing. And then like they're telling me, yeah, it's like one of our best sellers. And then what is it? It's like 2 years later now, it's still like one of our top sellers. So
By the Carlos.
yeah,
You-
yeah. Well, the idea was by me, and then shout out to Goldie too as well, our artist. She actually just redesigned it to look exactly like a Heaven's Gate logo, basically, which is basically the wait team was a nod to that. So she did an incredible job on that. And then shout out to BBL Anthony for making the best beer we have. So yeah, salute to him,
Dude.
Yeah,
Enough with the
Anthony.
shout outs.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Hey,
man.
shut your fucking
he's also
hole.
got the best mouth in the Antelope Valley as well too.
Okay, I'm a little worried about that comment, but
Talking about my ex-wife again?
So Glory Hole Brewing
I was
Company.
lying. She didn't have the best mouth. I was lying again. I've never been married.
Matt, what's the favorite beer you ever brewed you didn't put out?
Like a
I
beer.
mean,
The favorite beer you ever brewed you didn't actually release.
oh, that doesn't really happen. I mean, we don't really do test batches. We just do full batches and
Yeah, but
go for it, and it always works out. I don't know, like we'll figure it out. At the very worst, we've had to pivot. Maybe something ends up not being what we thought it would be.
Mm.
So you figure out how to sell it on its merits and make it something else.
There you go.
Hmm.
Also, if we're trying a new idea, and this is usually what Sarah and Anthony are doing, you just don't go heavy-handed in the first place. You can always add more.
Mm.
You can't take any away. So on a first time out for anything, it's just slower to do because you add a little bit at a time and until you get there, and then you take notes. So next time you get there quicker. But now we've been doing it almost a decade. We get there pretty quick the first time. They know what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah. Kind of bounce.
Sweetheart, I've actually fucking done like 2 breweries. I've actually been involved in 2 breweries. Nibblebit Tabby, which went nowhere, and Eagle Rock Brewing Company. I consulted with them to get them off the ground.
Oh,
yeah. Rest in peace, Eagle Rock. They just
I know they just
ended
quit.
last week. I guess the
Jeremy was a
landing's
buddy of mine. We actually I helped him and his
he was
dad
still
get off the
talking, by
ground.
the way.
By the way,
I'm just saying.
Yes.
No,
Finish what you're saying. Finish what you're saying.
Sorry. No, I mean, Eagle Rock was certainly an early inspiration for us and somewhere that we found good beer when we didn't really know what that was at the time.
Mhm.
So it's really sad to see them go, especially when they announced it during Beer Week. It's just,
oh wow.
yeah, I wish the best for them.
By the way, a couple months ago, I was playing in Vista, California, at Aztec Brewing Company,
Oh.
and it was kind of a similar thing with you, where I showed up and I was talking to the owner, and he kind of gave me the tour and everything, and we were getting along pretty well. And he goes, "Oh, so what do you think?" And I was like, "Hey, no transplants." He goes, "You know Matt?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Dude, I highly respect him." And I was like, really fucking cool. So we kind of started like a dialogue and talking about you. And, he was one of those guys. He was like, "Dude, here, try this one. What do you think?" And I was like, "Oh, that one's pretty good." And that one was like, "Oh, that one's horrible." No, I'm going to drink it. But that was horrible.
Well,
But,
it's interesting you mentioned Aztec. We've actually got somewhat of a collab going on with
really?
them coming up. There's an event that they've hosted for several years now called Brew Game Plus, which is a video game music fest.
Ooh.
So there,
It's a
some
trap.
of the people involved with that have played at our place in other bands,
Uh-huh.
and I had separately reached out to them for that. So they were very amused at pointing out that like you didn't know you were talking to us about this too. So Carlos is actually leading that one at our place, but we're having a video game music festival in I think it's September 21st.
Yes. And the lineup, all that stuff will be announced fairly soon. We're working with them on it. So they're doing it.
Closure.
Yeah. My bad.
Podcast.
They are doing no. Yeah, they're doing their own.
We'll be there. I mean, maybe
Yeah, they're doing their own, and we're
interrupting.
doing 2 separate events of different lineups. Said no, your band cannot play. I'm so sorry.
Sons of bitch. Can we podcast?
Dude, you know what? You know why I know you're doing this is because
He hates you.
no,
Yeah, he doesn't like you at all.
Matt offered me a show in a couple of weeks, and with my other band, LA Slumlords.
Yeah.
And we had to back off because
Okay.
and I know this is where this animosity coming from.
It's a, yeah, a
I
little bit.
understand it, and
Yeah. I just want.
you have nothing to do with it though.
I'm just afraid he's
It
gonna
was
like
the
you more.
AC/DC show.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's gonna be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the DC one's actually be pretty good.
I'm very
Good one.
confused right now, ladies and gentlemen.
This is
Yeah.
a huge setback though because
it's
we've been
awesome.
trying to collect all of
Oh,
your
fuck these
bands.
guys.
Right.
So I'm
Dude,
not gonna collect all your bands.
if you want to do a festival night,
No,
a
no,
Gizz
no,
Fest,
no, no, no.
I would play in like 10 bands that night.
If you feed that ego, I will fight you. Do not feed that ego. I will full on fucking fight you in the parking lot. No way.
I'm just gonna say when we have Goldie work on the flyer that says Gizz Fest, you have to be really careful with
Yeah.
how she puts that together so people don't get the wrong.
It's a
idea.
hard G. It's a hard G. it's not Gizz Fest.
I'll fight all the bands. I will literally fight all the bands. No fucking way.
I know a secret about transplants that not everybody knows about. There is a glory hole there.
Oh.
You just need to find it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Oh my God. Not that word.
Word has it though, if you speak to Anthony, our brewer, he can point you in the right direction.
No, Anthony. I'll put up with this shit.
Wait, hey,
Never
hey.
met him, but I'm
How do
gonna
I get-
defend him right now.
We're how do we get Anthony?
Yeah, I got you, man. I got you, man. Yeah, don't worry.
No,
Very
Fucking-
nice fellow.
God.
Evidently.
Yeah.
Glory holes aren't all bad. I mean, it just depends on what side you are.
That's true, man. Yeah.
So this went sideways, and
Yeah. All right,
currently,
all right. Well, give me your favorite glory hole in the Eagle Rock area.
Paul's house. The stupid thing is he's got a glass shower door and it has a hole in it, so you can see
you've
him.
never been to my house. No. I will fight everybody though.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, he almost fought somebody at Target yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Tell us how you got.
Oh,
kicked
so
out
I
of-
was at Target and I was walking around and it turned to Walmart where I was like, I just want to get that. No, nobody was letting me get that, and nobody was letting me get that. And after about 20 minutes, I was like, hey, can I
No.
two tips? I was like,
Thank you.
can I get my soap? And this fucking twat cunt or I go, can I please go? And she's like, I'm on the phone. And she was not on the phone. She was on the phone. Ladies and gentlemen, if you did this on the phone, you're a fucking piece of shit. And I don't like you. And so I go, all right, listen, cunt. That's where everything went south.
That's her name. That was her name.
Wild. She looked really
Coincidence.
trailer parky. I was like, I just want the fucking box Irish Spring.
Is that her calling?
That's good.
Oh.
I just want
Answer the phone, cunt.
Yeah.
I just wanted a box Irish Spring. And
So I guess you were upset because that's how you talk on the phone. It's like,
No.
you're stealing my bit.
No. I just wanted to get a box Irish. I wanted to go home. And
He talks on the phone like this.
I've had a day off in about a month and a half or so. And so it's like, fucking Jesus, get the fuck out of my way. And this security showed up. I was like, all right, you guys want me to leave? Like, yes. I said, well, just so we're clear, I don't have to with you two.
Yeah.
You guys can't make me leave, but I'm going to go home now.
For sure.
But you didn't.
I did. I
You
went home.
didn't. You went somewhere else to
No,
buy your.
I went to Vons. And it turns out there's no Walmart asshole standing in front of the soap with the Q-tips.
Plot
You
twist.
guys have been there.
Yeah.
You've been there.
Well, nowadays, yeah, because everything's like locked up. And then,
No, there wasn't locked up. It was
Oh.
people who couldn't move.
it's just someone
There's
just
people
being
couldn't
a.
move. I'm like,
You
can I?
talk to a white guy. They're not
Yeah,
locked
True.
up.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's what I thought he was. Yeah, I
No,
forgot.
was like, can I just have it?
Yeah.
Can you move?
All right. So, serious question. On average, how many times a week do you Karen when you're in public?
I don't go to public.
Clearly, you just get kicked out.
Yeah.
That's why.
This is not
Dude,
a
we got
Karen
kicked
vote.
out of fucking
We
punk rock
Yeah.
museum before we even walked in.
Crazy.
did not get kicked out. I got kicked out.
Yeah.
I'm
We
fine with
are a team.
We were not a team. You needed me to pay for you.
Yeah, kind of. That's. Hey, there is an iron team.
Upcoming shows.
Yes.
Apparently. Also, fuck you guys.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we got tons of upcoming shows. I mean,
Website first. Boom.
Before we get there,
Like and subscribe.
both of you guys, your favorite transplant show, like
Ooh.
so far, yeah.
oh man. that is-
Besides the Hino We're the Ghost show.
And has Transplants ever played at Transplants?
You know, that would be awesome. I don't know if it happened, but you never know. You never know.
We can
Yeah.
push.
We're getting the clout.
We can push.
Yeah.
Let me see
can.
your wallet.
I'll punch the
Yeah,
transplant.
right. Yeah. Favorite transplant show though. I think just based off the theatrics, just thinking of what's happened recently was definitely Cancer Christ. That was nuts. Just because he had a flamethrower out in the parking lot, like a homemade one or whatever, but it was insane. And then just him ripping up Bible pages and stuff like that. I know we're gonna talk about that, but yeah, it was freaking fun. That was definitely like a highlight. I was like, this is fucking badass. Like this is the type of shit we want to book.
Matt, favorite.
There's so many good ones, so it's really hard to pick a favorite. But a really memorable one is Max Sabbath.
Oh yeah.
They're coming back.
Mm.
If anyone doesn't know, I mean, it's McDonald's themed Black Sabbath cover band where all the lyrics are about burgers now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that should be a really, really fun one.
Yeah,
I'm definitely a sucker for bands with
I know.
if they got costumes or some kind of a thing going on.
That's why I'm like.
Yeah, that's how you get in his good graces. Is definitely if you have like a cool gimmick like that, like costumes. Real quick, Stunt Driver played there last weekend, and not last weekend, the weekend before that, and she has like this little thing where she puts like a tunnel on the floor. People go through it. This guy went straight through it, which is absolutely incredible. Like so, anything like that, it's right up his alley. So if you have a really cool gimmick, like that's like the easiest way to fast track.
Do you guys actually have a fucking like the title like Haunted Garage, Max Sabbath, Chicken Heads?
Yeah.
Like what is that? Is that just like costume punk or gore punk or? I mean, it came from gore ish.
Yeah.
What do you call that?
I would say it's just punk, but it's just they have like a better it's like interesting shtick. I don't know. It's kind of hard. And they all know each other. That's the thing too. Like
Oh yeah.
they're all like
All of them.
Yeah, and they all play in like different bands together, and it's very incestuous.
But
Like,
what's
yeah.
so cool about like being in Max Sabbath, say, you can be in other bands and no one's ever gonna know.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Jimmy Kimmel is a singer for Gore now. No, I'm kidding.
I was like, interesting. I can see that.
Go back to your glory hole.
Yeah, but yeah, we have like tons of upcoming shows. Like, I mean, just this week, we have Me from Japan. She just recently played Anime Expo over the weekend in LA. Then like Thursday, we have Trinidad Suave, ska music. You like ska?
Oh,
Yeah.
he's God for life.
All right.
Oh, really?
All right.
Dude.
So I have to tell you this story.
Yeah.
Everybody knows, if you know me, I don't like ska.
You don't like blowing? Is that why?
No.
He doesn't.
I don't like ska. I don't like ska.
You like
It's
having
not
fun.
my thing. It's not
Yeah.
my thing. All right. So we go play punk rock bowling. My band, LA Slumlords.
I tour managed for these idiots.
All right.
How was that? Rough?
Not really. So
I can imagine.
So anyway, I'm about to go on stage.
He's getting on stage.
Yeah.
I pick up my cut, put it on, and I see this patch.
Show the camera.
Yeah.
It says "Scod for life,"
Definitely.
and I look at my drum tech, and I go, "What the fuck?"
Who the fuck did this?
And he was just like, and I look over at him. I'm like, "You motherfucker!"
Oh man.
But it's still on there.
It would pain you to know that like our best day last year was a ska fest.
Right.
Oh,
Also,
you guys have him.
also like one of our lead bartenders, Ash, is a huge ska person. So
Scott person.
ska they them. She
Scott-alike.
will definitely kick your ass next time. So
fucking love her.
Hey.
I can't wait till you come over.
Every Thursday night, I pay to get my ass kicked by a woman.
We will bill you too as well.
And you guys get 40% on that, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's the only way Scott kicks my ass.
I love this, guys.
But in all reality, the only ska band I actually like is Bad Manners.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Buster Blood Vessel.
Lip up, fatty.
I think, yeah, Lift Up.
Lip up, fatty.
Yeah, Lip Up Fatty. Yeah. Fucking, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh, he's just yeah.
But what do we got? 5 minutes.
5 fucking
Shit.
minutes.
All right, let's get down to business. Like, Transplants.com.
Correct.
Transplants Brewing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Transplantsbrewing.com, and then also Instagram Transplants Brewing. Do you guys have like a PayPal or like a Venmo? They can like.
We got a
give you-
website right now. We're
They'll
about to
send no,
working that out.
let me finish. Send you money so that we get you like an extra mic or something. Like,
Oh
Yes.
Yeah.
My Venmo.
okay, yeah. What's your Venmo?
no,
My Venmo.
no,
Yeah.
not his. Don't
Venmo?
send him
We'll talk about
anything.
it.
All right, that works. Yeah, yeah. We'll set that up. We'll have the links
Oh.
and the QR code for you guys. So you guys.
Wow.
Extra mic.
Oh,
Wow.
wait. Is Transplants Brewing now sponsoring? This?
Wow.
Absolutely not.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Can you guys blur all these in post too? Right. This isn't live. correct?
We brought beers. Is that kind of sponsorship?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Definitely.
Hey,
Yeah.
Carlos.
Yeah.
This is because of you, not him.
You son of a bitch.
This one's
man.
not even open yet.
All right, cut commercial.
Commercial. Really? Really?
All right.
Oh, yeah,
Upcoming shows.
Yeah, upcoming
You can
shows.
read.
So yeah, I was talking about we're having a ska show on Thursday, and I was
Fire
rudely
each
interrupted. Really. Oh yes. Also, this Friday we have Deep Al Brindle doing their album release. It's gonna be an incredible show. They're bringing a giant LED wall. It's gonna be fucking bonkers. I'm DJing that too as well. DJ Bootleg is my name. DJ Bootleg 661 on Instagram. This Saturday, since you like fighting, we have wrestling with NTLL. It's going to be a Night of the Victoria, which is going to be an all-female wrestling tournament, which is actually pretty insane. Like, it's a lot of high flying. It's really cool. That venue space that you're have like the hugest boner for turns into an actual like wrestling ring.
Mhm.
It's pretty badass. Like the NTLL events like always
I
sell
might
out.
not go there every night, but I know what it looks like.
It's gonna be fun. You guys definitely got to come through. We'll make sure you guys can get in. Then on Sunday we have
That's your fault this time.
yeah. And on Sunday we have a Floor Blue they are from
From Paris.
From Paris. Yeah, from Paris.
Are you?
Really?
Yeah, it's gonna be insane.
Like an indie band. They're like pop.
Yeah, they sing incredible singers. Really great. We have St. Clair's also opening up for that. And then Rule 22, a bunch of little youngsters, like they're probably like 16, like the parents have to drive them to the show. But
Oh my god.
They did a
Look,
great job.
You don't have a fucking license?
yeah, it's insane. And then next Tuesday, adult bingo as well.
Okay, again, yeah. What is adult bingo? Like
bingo or what are we talking about?
every time a number gets called up, you got to pull a piece of clothing off and put it on the goddamn fucking number.
Basically,
Take it, Carlos.
yeah. So basically, what we do is we all put masks on, turn off all the lights, and we play Who's in My Mouth.
What?
So Gizz on a Tuesday?
Exactly. Yeah.
Hold on a sec. Hold on a second.
Yeah. Yeah.
You smell so much different when you're awake.
No, basically, adult bingo is just like bingo, just with an adult twist. So it's a lot of very raunchy jokes.
There's different rounds that are like kind of like Cards Against Humanity or
Right.
Never Have I Ever, and then based on those responses, and also some kind of like bachelorette party game kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You like pop
There's like-
the cherry, you pop the balloon together, and based on those outcomes, then you toss some things in the bingo cards, and it's a bunch of dirty jokes and dirty prizes. And
I like this.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's free, so it's great.
It better be.
And then
If I had to pay for this, I'd be a little nervous.
yeah, and then afterwards,
And then they're professionals there. You know what I'm talking about.
yeah, oh, yeah, definitely.
See, the brown guys have got something on us here.
Yeah, that's
How do you think we met you guys?
yeah, right, yeah.
Other side of the glory hole.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a lot of great events too. Jesus Christ. Like
He's showing up
he's showing up.
finally.
Yeah.
2,000 years fucking waiting for this guy.
And then, like the following week, that Thursday, we have Louis Sato, Beowulf,
Oh, Louis Idol. Oh,
Frame 313. The next night we have like a death metal night. Nuts. And then that Friday we have a drag show, which is absolutely incredible. Yeah, he is.
Melanie.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. So like
that night, my name is Gizz.
yeah, we always have stuff going on pretty much every day of the week. So it's like it's insane. Like our calendars, and it's the stuff we have that we're gonna announce too is
How far in advance do you guys book?
none of your goddamn business. But anyway, we're not gonna book your band, man.
I know the owner.
Yeah, me too.
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, I'm a.
She's Sarah, right?
Look at Matt. He's like, whoa, shit.
So when can we do our show from your space and then introduce some new shit?
Actually, doing this doing the podcast there would be great. I'd be
Yeah.
totally down to do that. So let's
Yeah.
schedule that. Actually, if we're gonna do that, maybe we can hook it up so there's like a live performance as part of it, right? 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And then we can bag on every band.
Yeah.
that'd be a lot of fun.
The green room would be a perfect spot, and we'll have plenty of mics
No,
too as well.
I mentioned the venue.
The venue, yeah, the venue space.
Somebody thought about
Yeah,
that.
I have an idea. We should reinvent the Gong Show
No.
at Transplants.
We have wanted to do that. Like for our open mics, we've wanted to like be able to do mean spirited like gong when we don't like it or when someone
my
starts like
God.
Dude, you should have a fucking celebrity panel. I will
Let it run.
throw my name into the ring.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, you think you're the celebrity on this one?
Yeah, roast.
All
Yeah.
right, kick
Hey, you're the crowd, buddy.
back Waldorf.
Yeah.
for a future Burgerwolf anniversary, we need to do a roast too. So we'll
Yeah, that's.
We'll be inviting you.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I'd love to have you guys on that.
So
For
look,
sure.
Oh, my God.
I look at ourselves as like kind of a little bit of Waldorf and Sattler from the Muppet Show.
You know what? Dude, we should have a show at your place and we sit up in the fucking
Oh,
where the fuck
yeah,
in the balcony?
that's where the
the
guy-
sound-
You haven't been there yet?
I have not.
No, of course not.
Way too much to drive that far.
Oh, yeah.
Like if there's a blimp, I'm in.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I've met your ex-girlfriend.
I mean, I'll drive home, but it's a bad idea.
Yeah, we definitely do not.
No.
It will be on the news.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Well, you guys should get like a fucking trailer park apartment.
No.
Yeah.
Are we up? Are we down?
We're down. We're done.
All right. We're done?
Don't close. No, close.
Can
Ladies and
we?
Gentlemen,
Oh, all right. Hey,
that's what we're doing.
once again, Matt, from the bottom of my heart, brother, you are an inspiration, brother. Like for you to do what you've done with your venue,
Interrupt.
I thank you from every band that's played on your stage, dude. It is the most.
Matt's gonna get the best blowjob after this. I swear to God. For Gizz? Oh, Gizz, sorry.
Just
Thank you so
This
much
has
for
been
having us.
incredible.
Really appreciate it.
And Carlos, dude,
Yeah, you're freaking awesome.
dude.
Yeah,
this has been a lot of fucking fun.
yeah, hell yeah.
It's enlightening about how great.
Why don't
these
you shut the
blowjobs are.
fuck up? You know what you should do?
You should get a new mic. That's what you need to do.
Hey,
Yeah, make sure you check out transplantsbrewing.com, Instagram Transplants Brewing. My Instagram is Burgerwolf AV and DJ Bootleg 661. And do you guys have Instagrams, or do you guys know what that is?
You know what you
or-
should do? Do you?
Yeah. Oh,
He discovered it all.
yeah, just that. Yeah, yeah,
All right.
yeah.
fuck you, cunts.